Yo, what's up, everybody? Chris here from Big Sports News, back in again with another video. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a quick recap as to what happened during day 1 of week 3 of stage 4 of the CDL, as well as what you can expect going into day 2 of week 3 of stage 4 of the CDL. Yesterday we had some interesting matches. We of course had the Toronto Ultra taking on the Los Angeles Guerrillas, and it was a 3-0 in favor of the Ultra, as I said it would be. The Ultra just looked great in their matchup, and they continue their momentum. Of course, they 3-0'd London in their previous match before this one, and they kept the ball rolling with another 3-0 against LA Guerrillas. Now our next matchup, of course, Optic took on the Seattle Surge, and yeah, as you guys can see by the picture, yeah, Optic, they just suck. I mean, that's just what it is. They suck. That's it. I mean, I can't be a fan anymore. They absolutely suck at this point. You can't lose to the team that's in dead last in the CDL and still think that you're a good team. I mean, Surge have gotten better, but yeah, takeaway is that they just suck at this point. Yeah, so back to my main point. Optic, they are absolute dog water. Zero PR, zero earnings. Map 1, raid hardpoint, they of course lost 250 to 232 because Dashi was absolutely selling. He didn't trade out gunless in ring, and Formal got a big 2 or 3 piece, and they really could have closed out on P1, but Dashi just made a boneheaded play, and I don't know what he was doing. Like, gunless was one shot, and Dashi just runs over somewhere else, and just I don't know what he was even thinking. It was just weird and pretty dumb, if I'm being honest. So they lost map 1, 250 to 232 because of that boneheaded play at the end. They won Moscow S&D 6-3. They looked good on Moscow. Checkmate control, I mean, they just sold, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what happened in that control. Seattle hadn't won a control since April 10th or so. This is the first control they've won in 2 months. Obviously, you guys can see I'm still pissed after watching that yesterday. So they lost 3-1 there. They barely won the checkmate hardpoint to follow up a map that they were 7-1 on going into it. They won 250 to 227, and honestly, they really should have lost that. Seattle took a big lead in the beginning. Optic brought it back. They looked really good in their rebound, of course. And then the raid S&D, they just played really poorly. Of course, round 10, Dashi pushed rocks to planet A, and yeah, I mean, he just got 2-pieced, absolutely obliterated. It opened it up for Scump to get, of course, gunned in money. And there were just a lot of really dumb plays on the side of Optic. I mean, at this point, I can't really be a fan of the team anymore this year. They're just destined to be like a lower tier team, of course, in the top tier ranking. They're like 1-6 against the top 3 teams this year. They just don't have it. For whatever reason, this roster, they just make a lot of stupid mistakes when it really matters. Maybe it'll change when they go back to LAN, but I don't know. It's just a lot of excuses and a lot of just really, honestly, dumb mistakes. So at this point, I'm jumping ship. Maybe next year I'll come back and it'll be different, but can't take any more of this. Of course, today we kick things off with the New York Dubliners taking on the London Royal Ravens. I'm expecting another 3-0 here. I think the Subliners have been in such great form lately that honestly anything other than a 3-0 is pretty unlikely. Honestly, I think they're stronger than the London Royal Ravens in all 3 game modes. But the only game mode that I could see London possibly walking away with is Hardpoint, which has been New York's strongest game mode. I believe they're 17-4 since adding Hydra to the roster. So, I mean, the likelihood of London winning a Hardpoint is pretty low. So for that reason, I say 3-0 Subliners. But there's potential that London take map 3 if they take anything. Subliners haven't looked airtight in control, and that could be their Achilles heel in this series if they're going to lose a map. Now, in the second series of the day, we, of course, see the new look LA Thieves. I'm really excited to see them play. They, of course, added Austin Slasher Litigoat, one of the GOATs of Call of Duty, and, of course, Huke back into the starting lineup. Slasher and Huke were benched for a while. Of course, Huke was more recently benched within the last few weeks, but Slasher was benched months ago, and I never really understood why they benched him. Probably a personnel thing, but if I'm being honest, and this is no disrespect to the LA Thieves coaching staff, they've just made a lot of very questionable roster decisions in the last few months. Even keeping TJ on this roster in place of Draza, who's been playing very, very well since being added, I just don't really understand it. Maybe they're trying things out. Maybe they'll add Draza back in if TJ doesn't do too well. But as it stands, I expect Huke, Slasher, and of course Kenny to put up pretty consistent numbers. And TJ is the X factor in the series. So if he performs well, I think Thieves come out and win 3-1. But if Tej performs like Tej usually does, which is, if I'm being honest, pretty inconsistent, I think this goes down to the wire, and I think it's game 5, in which case I think it could go either way. But I favor the LA Thieves just given their personnel. I mean, I do like the Rokkr. They're a great team, and they've looked really good since adding Major Maniac back into the roster in place of Accuracy a few weeks ago. But honestly, if I'm going to take a team, I would say LA Thieves just based on their seniority and just their roster composition, right? I mean, Kenny, Slasher, Huke, and of course Tej. It's pretty hard to bet against those guys when they're going up against Priesta, Major Maniac, Sandy, and Attach. I mean, the lobby's going to be full of great talent in this series. Excuse me, sorry for that voice crack. But honestly, if I have to pick a team, I'm going to choose LA Thieves every single time. So run it up, hopefully. I hope Huke and Slasher have a great debut coming back into the fold after such a long absence. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoy all the matches today. Excuse me. I hope you guys jump ship from Optic. They are down bad. I don't understand what's going on. And at this point, I'm just a full-time FaZe fan. You guys know I said it a few weeks ago, but the decision's been fully made. No more Optic jerseys. No more of it. No more pain. I can't take anymore. I'm tapping out. This year has just been too much. I'll maybe link up next year if they come back and they perform well. But you guys know I said at the beginning of the year, Dashy's attitude was the real, game changer here. And his attitude has not been great, if I'm being honest. No disrespect, I think he's a great guy, but just in game, it doesn't work. When they lose maps, he's like visibly very angry and down on himself, and that's just not what you need for the team vibes. So I think something needs to change there. Maybe he needs to, start meditating like Bandsit or something. But the attitude problem is what's killing them, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, hope you have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet. Be sure to follow the chat on Twitter. Check out their new YouTube video where I'm featured, of course, on the Call Out, our new series, where I give you a super quick preview of what to expect going into that day's CDL matches. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, we are on the road to 100 subscribers. So if you can help the boy get there, I've been grinding for the last 3 years, tirelessly, covering all the CDL events I could, barring sicknesses or, graduations or anything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy all the COD today. We have some great matches on deck, and I think things will be pretty orderly. If you want a quick recap, I'm thinking Dubliners 3-0 and LA Thieves 3-1 or 3-2, depending on their performance as a team. So yeah, guys, that was about wrap it up for me. I will catch you guys on the next video where I'll be bringing you another recap of what happens during today's matches, that of course being Friday's matches. Me and Stuttering have not broken up, guys. We're still going strong, as well as what you can expect going into, of course, tomorrow's matches, that being Saturday's matches. So yeah, guys, that's really it for me. I know I've rambled a little bit here at the tail end of the video, but I'll catch you guys in the next video. And once again, this is Chris from FaZe Sports News signing off. Peace.